Welcome to the Care Chronicles with a Caring Touch, where compassion meets wisdom in every episode, dedicated to our beloved seniors and caregivers. Join us as we explore the heartwarming stories, experts' insights, and practical advice that make every moment with our elderly truly special. Get ready for insightful conversations, practical tips, and heartfelt moments that warm the heart and nourish the soul. Because here at A Caring Touch, we believe in laughter, learning, and love as essential ingredients to aging gracefully. So tune in, relax, let A Caring Touch be your guide to making every moment count. Hey there, podcast pals. Welcome back to another episode of the Care Chronicles, where we explore the caregiving, heart intention, and real-life guidance. I'm your host, Avishka, and today we're diving into a topic that if you're a caregiver, you've probably asked this question. How do we make each day meaningful for our loved ones? And how do we go about beyond passing time and moving to nourishing the soul? Teepa Snow's positive approach to care gives us a framework, and let's use this framework to apply to home health and hospice. So let's dive in. There are 4 different types of activities. So the first type of activities would be productive activities. So these are tasks that make that person feel like I still matter. So some examples of that would be like setting the table for dinner. So you could have them grab napkins or silverware. Another example could be folding towels or washcloths, simple, like repetitive tasks that they've enjoyed and been doing for years that brings them back to who they are and make them feel like they do still matter. Other tasks could be things like sorting buttons, helping mix some type of pudding or cake mix or cake batter, helping a hand with watering plants, or helping hand out water or snacks at an event or family gathering. That will help, someone who has hosted all their life, who no longer is hosting, to be in that space and feel like they still are a part of that role and part of that family dynamic. I had an experience where I was volunteering at a care home and the dinner table was being set, the food was getting ready, and the residents were coming out to see, hey, is the food ready? What's going on? Let's have a chat. And one way that the caregiver incorporated them in the dinner activities was asking them to set the table. So let's say, for this purpose, her name is Annie. So Miss Annie was asked to set the table. So she folded the napkins and she didn't know who all was going to come out of the residence and who all was going to join everyone for dinner. But she said there were 6 place settings and that gave her a sense of purpose, lit up a spark, got her talking, got her chatting. And that was really exciting and wonderful to see that side of her come out. Our next activity would be leisure activities. So this is like feel-good activities, something that's fun, something that's, connects you to joy and brings you joy. And this can be active things and passive. And you do need a mix of both types of leisure activities. So you do need activities that are active leisure activities and passive leisure activities. Active leisure activities are, having your loved one dance to a favorite old tune, bring that memory back, bring that rhythm back, and bring that fun back into their life. And other activities could be things like coloring books or jigsaw puzzles, painting rocks, helping out with gardening, and even maybe watching someone garden if that person's unable to garden, or, giving them a painting so that they could enjoy that painting. And maybe they're watching you paint, which some people enjoy, and playing games like checkers or dominoes. That would be an active leisure activity that you could do. Passive activity examples would be listening to a personalized music, watching birds out the window, viewing family photos and reminiscing, or enjoying nature or garden settings like I was talking about before. Getting them involved in gardening, that would be more of the active aspect, but you could also enjoy it in a leisure way that's more passive, where you enjoy being in the nature or being in garden settings and just being present. So I remember at this care home, there was this one client that she would spend the afternoon just in the gazebo, reminiscing and enjoying the nature, watching the butterflies, watching the flowers, seeing how, nature is communicating with itself and watching the birds through her binoculars. And this was a leisure activity that was uplifting and that brought her joy. And this is something that you can do with your loved one as well. Next, I want to talk about self-care activities. So these are essential routines that promote dignity and well-being and need to be handled with compassion and involvement. So things like helping them guide their hair brushing or help with nail care sessions, having your loved one pick out their own clothes and, assist them only when needed to dress themselves, gently hand exercises or brain trivias. These are good for your mind to help take care of your brain, and doing simple stretches, armchair stretches. That's really good for your body and just keeping you flexible and moving. That would be beneficial for either your client, your patient, or your loved one, depending on you as a caregiver. And this is also beneficial for you as a caregiver to make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. So participation, no matter how small, is important and makes one remember that they still matter. Make sure that as a caregiver, you remember your self-care too. Warm showers, a quiet walk, a moment to breathe. Whatever you need, you deserve it too. Our fourth type of activities is restoration activities. So this is how you recharge, how you bring your energy back up. And this can depend and vary from person to person, depending on if they recharge by themselves or if they recharge when they're around a bunch of people. So recharge may look like solitude, it might look like connection, it might look quiet, it might look gentle, depends on who you are. So some examples would be, an afternoon rest with some dim lighting, some soft music, just to relax. And others could do things like rocking in a chair in a yard, holding a warm drink if it's cold outside, or cold drink if it's hot outside, and doing some guided breathing or meditation if that's something that you're interested in, hanging out with friends, spending time with family if you recharge when you're connected with people. And maybe as a caregiver, you need a peaceful nap, and that's okay. And that's what you need to recharge. So make sure you are promoting these activities for your loved ones, your client, your patient, and yourselves. And rest isn't indulgent, it's critical. So a quiet hour might be the most loving gift that you can give to yourself and your loved one. So dementia changes thinking, but not the need for connection, purpose, dignity, or rest. By balancing productive activities, leisure activities, self-care activities, and rest, we aren't just filling time, we're nourishing that person. So as a caregiver, make sure you are also promoting these activities for yourself. And, whether it's setting a table, dancing to a childhood rhythm, choosing their outfit, or simply resting together in silence, you're creating small moments that really truly do matter. And you're not just doing chores, just think about it as you're showing love. You're allowing them to show their love and make them feel like they matter. If this episode gave you any insight, peace, or a fresh idea, share it and make sure you rate us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening, and leave a review or send us a note. Take care. Until next time. See you soon. Thank you for joining us on this heartwarming journey with a caring touch. Be sure to check out our website and connect with us on social media for more stories, resources, and ways to get involved. We're excited for you to join us again in our next episode, where we'll continue to explore the beauty of aging with grace and compassion and dive deeper into topics that matter to our elderly community. Until then, stay connected, stay caring, and we'll talk to you again soon on the Care Chronicles with a Caring Touch.